All right, guys, in this video, we're going to review QQQ and is it time to buy the inverse SQQQ and short the market? Looking at the max on this chart right here, this is QQQ. It has went to the moon, but is it time to try to play a short position? That's what I'm asking myself. Let's zoom in right here just on the 1-year chart and look at the RSI. Let's use technical indicators that everybody uses. The RSI up here is trading at 67 right now, which you can see right on this bottom right here, 67, 68. And on the 1-year, you do have this thin candle from 465 to about 462. And going on the 1 month, we can see that we are consolidating in this area from 460 to about 465. Now, does that mean we should short it? No. I mean, it's bullish. But if you're willing to take a short position and maybe do, 10% of your original and follow a quick stop loss, there's nothing wrong with that. Looking at the last 5 days, it held 450, went up to 465, and now it is making new highs around this time. But what you got to look out for is it time? You look at SQQQ and you can see that it has been pulverized down to $9.16 over the last 5 days from 10.25 to 9.33. The last 6 months, we went from 16 down to 9. In 1 year, from $22 all the way down to 9.3%. That's a 56% loss for anybody that's holding SQQQ for the long term. Do I blame you for trying to hold this and see if you could short the market and time it? Of course not. I think what you need to do is just be very careful, because bringing out the max chart, there is no limit. The limit does not exist on this. It can go, QQQ can just keep going. I'm wondering if it's going to touch 500 or get to 490 and then start selling off. If we did do that, let's say, and went all the way up to 500, that's another 7% the technology ETF would go up to. So that means you'd have to go down 20 to 21% for SQQQ. Now let's just put that into perspective a little bit. Let's say we went down 20%. So from $9 all the way down to 20%, it would have to go down to about $7.50 a share. Now, I don't know if what determines if SQQQ will reverse split, meaning that it resets from, let's say it goes down to $7, it goes up to $50 a share again. But that is definitely a real possibility if QQQ just keeps going to the moon and to Pluto, I guess, because it is just on a tear in the last year. All it's done is go up from 341 up to 465. So if you're looking at doing this, this would be my game plan, not financial advice. You trade at your own risk. It's your own money. But if it breaks 465, that's your dedicated stop. So 466, you are putting your stop loss on. So for me, if I take a position in this, my stop loss is 466. It's the high of this candle. It needs to prove to me that it does not break this. So that's what I'm looking for. Maybe a retest up to 465 and then sells off. But anything above 463, 464, I'd be willing to take a short position with a very tight stop, looking for that pullback down to 450 again, the retest of 450, which would be a 3% pullback. In SQQQ, that's a 9% gain. So if you're at around 920 and you get 9%, that means you are making a move all the way back to $10.10. Not bad ROI with a very tight stop. You're buying in the 460s, you're cutting the loss at 466. And then you're trying to retest the 450 level, which is right in here. Let me just highlight it for you. Right around this area. And the reason I say that is because it has held. It held here. So that's why I'm using this 450 range. And it's a nice, mental error, stop right there as well. So tell me your thoughts on SQQ. I definitely am looking at it, trying to see if this is a potential move, because the market has done nothing but be bullish, and it's not going to last forever. But I do go long in my positions and I buy every single week to go long, but I definitely do like to short the position, the market every now and then when I see an opportunity, and I can have a defined stop, which is very easy here because if you look at the max, we know that this is the high QQQ has ever been. All right, so this is my channel, Trading Simplified. Remember, this is entertainment only. Invest at your own risk. Do your own research. Follow a stop loss. Check out my playlists. I definitely have a bunch for you guys if you want to see. I have Fidelity Index Funds, ETFs, Vanguard Investments, Trading P&L 2024, Investing for Beginners, a bunch of this stuff. Check them out. Got 12 playlists for you. And check out my membership if you want to support the channel. You really don't get much from it. It's just saying thank you for the videos and anything you've learned. So I definitely appreciate it if you're buying me a cup of coffee. $2. Check it out. I'll see you next time.